Yeah. Thingy, man. This girl. The footballer's girl, man. What's her name again?
Coleen Rooney.
Was it?
Coleen Rooney.
Yeah, Coleen Rooney, but she's got beef with...
Do
you know what? You know what you actually need to do is get Rhiannon to tell you the full story, and then you can break it down. Unless you think you know the full story.
No, I just saw what happened on Google and I just cut out.
Basically, yeah. So, Wayne Rooney's wife, a wag, Wayne Rooney's a big footballer. She has some deals, like perfume deals, little sponsorship things, whatever. She's doing her own thing. Someone kept leaking stories, fake stories to The Sun and like these dead newspapers.
Like
what?
You've already messed it
up. Alright, you tell the story.
You've already messed it up.
You tell me.
Right, Coleen Rooney, she's got a private account, just friends and family. And
so she's got two then?
Yeah, so stories from her private Instagram account kept on getting leaked to The Sun and like other newspapers. So she basically uploaded this photo on Twitter where it's just this paragraph, and she was saying, all these things keep getting leaked, and she's like, so I suspected this one person. I blocked everyone from viewing my stories apart from this one person, and did fake stories talking about her going abroad to get like a baby implanted in her and all this bullshit, and the story still made it to the newspapers. So she does this long paragraph talking about all this, and at the bottom she goes, it's ... Rebecca Vardy's account.
Oh, that's why
so
Rebecca done the ...
Yeah.
And then Rebecca Vardy's come back and said it's not me. That's basically it. Like, I'm so ashamed. You could have DM'd me. You could have called me. Like, it's a shame you've done this. What I said, is, bro, what if it were actually like? Let's just believe her, yeah. What if it wasn't her?
Rebecca.
Yeah. What if it wasn't her and it was like a newspaper just hacked the girl's account?
Yeah, but she patterned it, bro. She made sure that only one person could see some of the stories.
Hacked her account, so it doesn't matter.
What,
who
Rebecca
she blocks.
as well?
No, Coleen.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
Coleen Rooney.
Though, man.
Coleen Rooney.
Do we even know how many people follow the account?
The private account's probably just like 500 people or something.
Well, that's
blocked everyone as well.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if that account got hacked, then she could just, you know what I mean? They'd just see what she's doing.
Yeah, I don't think it got hacked though, bro, man. I don't think so, bro. She patterned it, man. But
how much money is the Vardy woman really getting from these stories to The Sun?
It's probably dead peas, man. How much can you get for something like that anyway?
That's what I'm asking.
Dead peas.
It's dead, isn't it?
She wouldn't need to do it.
100 and something, or?
She wouldn't need to do it. Her husband is Jamie Vardy, bruv.
So what, you think she didn't do it?
So the only way she could have done
you believe she did it though?
Is if there was some issues beforehand and she thought, yeah, bruv, now I'm just gonna snake her. Because it's not always just about money, innit?
Yeah, but you gotta remember, Jamie Vardy's her husband, but they got a big ass house. I don't know how many kids they've got. The thing is Rooney's a bigger footballer, but his wife has bare little deals, so she's getting her own independent peas. Do you see what I'm saying? She might be just doing it on a bad man thing.
Yeah.
But like on top of that, wasn't it Jamie Vardy that was involved in that whole fiasco where it was like all the Leicester Football Club got caught like shagging, like 5 years ago got caught shagging like strippers or something in like Bangkok. Ooh. And it was all on video, and like even the manager got sacked. So I don't know if that...
What was it, in that broth or something like that?
I don't know, it was all over the newspapers, like videos coming out, the managers there, being bare sketchy and that. Yeah.
Papa went in with the team. That's mad, fam. But yeah, no, with her, obviously, I think the way Coleen done it, bro, is bait. Like, it was the Rebecca girl, man. It's bait, bro. Like, all that, like, oh, you could have DM'd me. I hear all of that, but listen, sometimes... Actually, no, I'm different. Personally, if I clocked it's you, I'm going to call your phone, innit? But then again, I'm not really a social media person like that. So someone who's more glued to that world will probably want to handle things in that way anyway. But
I rate the detective work, though.
But the other side, because obviously from, what's that, Rebecca
Vardy, yeah.
So her reasoning as to why she said basically that their people's got her password and that.
Rebecca?
Yeah. So, but when you think
wet,
about
man.
it...
Already she sounds wet.
Yeah, it sounds like
the thing is, she's like... And not a Z-list, but she's like... You know what?
She's not a celeb. I didn't know her before this.
Likewise.
She low-key is, though. She's a wag.
I guess.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know her. I didn't know her name. But what I'm saying is, you wouldn't have multiple people having access to your social media, because someone could say something mad, and your thingy's wife, it's gonna be all over the papers.
No, but you would like if say.
What, you think she's got like a team?
She could do.
But is she big enough for that?
She might be trying to build her career, so she might be like, okay, I've got a social media team because I don't have time to be posting all the time.
So you don't think it was her at all?
I don't know, innit? But I'm saying if she,
because the caption will go out, as you know.
I know.
Rebecca Ben, DMing Dennis like, thanks, babe. Little shout out.
I don't know, innit? I'm just saying this is all nonsense.
Yeah. Shout out Niche for not turning up.
It wasn't me. Sorry, T.
You're banned. You're done from the podcast now. Anyone that gets invited and don't come,
It's Pete.
for whatever reason, I don't care, bro. Don't show your face.
Oh my gosh, man. But yeah, no, what I wanted to talk about as well is this guy, man. Let's see what his name is. Basically, it's this security guard who was around during the Nazi camp stuff when they was putting all the Jews in the chambers. What was that noise, man?
It's Halloween next week.
Ooh. Oh, damn, man. It's mad.
Spooky, like.
Yeah, ex-Nazi camp guard admits seeing people taken to gas chambers. So when I was reading the story, he was basically saying that, look, I used to see like X amount of people go in the chamber, but I don't know like what was going on. I just used to hear noises, and no one used to ever.
That's mad.
And no one used. And no one used to.
That's the spirits telling you that's mad.
and no one used to ever come out of a thing, innit? So he's 93 now.
And he's saying, wait. Did he work at one camp or bare camps?
He worked at one, but he used to see like loads of
he was
people
only at
going
one
in
camp.
there. Yeah.
Cool. What was the camp called?
It was called a former SSS private at the Hamburg State. No, he's at the Hamburg State. Stotthof.
Bro, you've already said it. A former SS private. Do you know what the SS is?
What's that?
The SS was like with the Nazis. That was like the most elite. They used to do the maddest torture. Like throughout history, it's all documented. Like they were like the guys that ride out and burn your whole family off. And even the German army was scared of them.
Serious?
Yeah. They have like
so they're not even with the army. They're like
they're above the army.
like CIA sort of.
Yeah, like KGB for like Russia. Like the SS. But if they turn up, even the like German soldiers are shitting themselves. What I'm saying is though, this guy's trying to plead like innocence or whatever, and I get it, he's 93, but like, one, you're part of the SS, so you already know you're racist, like that's mad.
Former.
But he was SS when he was doing that job. So you're trying to claim that you didn't know what was going on. You saw bare people going into one building and not coming out, but you didn't know what was going on.
My man said he heard the noises.
He tried to upbrain, bruv, like it's mad.
It's peak, man, because they're saying that he's looking at 6 months to 10 years. So
yeah, he needs to die in prison. Like. Well, you don't agree?
You know what?
But he's seeing bare people going in the chamber here going, oh, have a good day. That's all mad, bro.
I agree. I definitely agree. But I think just hearing it now, like at that age, just makes me think, raw, that's well, I guess he's lived his life already anyway, innit? So it's not like he's getting.
But he sends out a message to anyone else involved, bruv. We're looking for you.
I don't know.
Nah, bruv, we're coming for you, bruv. Like
Let that one go, man.
No, I'm not on that.
Do you know what Mossad is?
What's
Yeah, I know
Mossad?
what Mossad is.
Mossad is like the for Israel. It's bruv. They go out and they look for all the old Nazis and bring their clock and do them up, bruv.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's banging documentaries, bruv. They'll go to like what happened is
You need to show me some after, fam.
After World War II,
I need to watch this, man.
what they did is they went out and all the Nazis cut out to like South America. There's bare conspiracy theories. There's still bare Nazis. Like Hitler's still alive.
Yeah, they're Gemini.
That's mad.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is bare Nazis went to South America, places like all out there to hide out and like lived a good life. And the whole point is Mossad went out and kidnapped them, brought them back to stand trial. and sometimes just assassinated them. Mad. Like Mossad, don't fuck with Mossad, bruv. But what I'm saying is,
But wait, can you bring them back to Israel, knowing that the crimes happened in Germany?
yeah.
That
There
don't make
was
sense,
a,
though.
there was a thing passed. So after the Nuremberg trials, it was like passed, like, you know, it's like righting the wrongs of the war, basically. Like the Jewish people were so badly persecuted that it was like, come on, man, like we need to get these guys. So all I'm saying is, I know what you're saying. He's just a security guard and he can do the whole. I'm just a soldier.
Yeah, he should get moved to. I get it. It's just in my head. It's just obviously I'm not what he's on. He's saying let him cut through, but personally, just taking it in my head that he's 93 getting that, it just sounds mad. However, when you look at those that died in the camp,
maniac's view of why he should cut through.
Because I just think that he's just 93. Or was he a security guard? He's just a 93-year-old pawn, basically. Like,
but he's in the SS private.
yeah,
No, that's what it says in the article.
Yeah, like whatever his job was, he just had a job. There was people that was controlling him. Listen, this is what our operation is. That's the role you're playing. You cool with that? Yeah, I'm cool with it. Alright, cool. Now we're how many years later and you're trying to say...
But you see, as soon as he said he's cool with it, then he's just left his responsibility. Like,
I know,
you
but
see,
it
if
was
you're
more normal then. Whatever they was doing was a lot more normal. They didn't really think it was a bad thing.
That is true. I'm not
But
saying that
gassing
makes it
people.
right. I'm not saying that makes it right. However, I get if let's paint a picture quickly. Yeah, let's say he came from a poor background. He sees a
needs the
job.
job, yeah.
Security guard in gas chamber. In his head, especially the way everything's normalized, it's not. Oh my
I hear
gosh!
that.
Like, it's
It is
just
wrong.
okay. Let me just stand there and just.
No, it's
observe
wrong.
and
Like,
that's it.
obviously, he needs the money, and certain people do jobs that they're like not too comfortable with. I just think it sends out a message to like even to this day and age, brother. Like, if you see something going on and you just like turn a blind eye, and you know in your moral compass it's wrong, but you need the money, it's saying, bruv, don't do them things. So it's just bad karma. Whether you agree with like karma or not, it's just a bad thing to do, bruv. It's gonna come back to get you.
What you're saying is definitely true. If it was,
Everything has a consequence.
yeah. If it was a woman, an old woman, yeah, who was like working as like secretary, just like answering phone calls in the building, do you think the same applies?
Yeah, she's getting done off as well. They're all going to prison or whatever. The top thing is like.
Top.
Bro, I'm not even. You know what it is, yeah. I'm not even saying I agree with prison, like the incarceration bit. But bro, you watch so many people go into a chamber and die. Little kids. Your soul is dog shit, bro. Like, you're fucked. You're a fucked person, bro. And the idea that you've had your whole life to just chill, enjoy yourself, make like probably a family, like watch your family grow, prosper. Bruv, and now it's getting taken back, and your whole family's name is in shame now, bruv. Like, all your family are gonna have to like visit you knowing what you did, like. And you know what's mad is like, bro, I bet in that article, yeah, or at the trial, they will show pictures of him when he's in the uniform and that, and he's probably like proper proud, like smiling, like.
Yeah, but he was hypnotised probably.
Agreed.
Yeah, man, we're hypnotised.
On a deeper level, you're right. Like, there's some people that just.
Political party.
I don't know.
Like, how do you even get Hitler? How do you get to that stage? Yeah, how much people did he have on Smash?
Yeah,
basically?
everybody.
Propaganda was
Country on
You had
Smash.
countries, but
You're not a security guard in the country that was on Smash. Like, what's he?
They're grasping at straws a touch, but I think it's more the idea of they're complicit. I'm with you in the sense of like, after the First World War, Germany felt so low and so small, and Hitler come up and made them feel bad, like made them feel sick. And then there was bare jobs, there's bare money, like they were living well. So I get it, but at the same time, I just think you gotta be accountable. Like,
yeah, no. You know what this is making me think though? With the cruelty that happened to black people in America and the different countries and that, like, it's just mad that the same is not applying for that, bro, man. I'm not taking away the shine from the Jews. Obviously, the mad thing happened,
Yeah.
but
It's harder to apply.
what? Because it was so like.
It's further back. This is more recent. There's people that are still alive that were directing that, like this security guard
for
guy.
real.
He's 93.
But there's
Slavery
people. Alright,
times,
cool.
they're gone.
There's people. True. But there's people with old money from slavery, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Would you
billionaires,
take
fam.
their plantations, like their land off?
Everything.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I agree. So that man needs to go to jail and die. If you go down that road, if you go down that road, because then what if someone on the plantation, not the owner, but like someone that was moving mad, whipping people, like working for the system, and they made peas off it, you think their piece should go as well, innit?
Yeah, 100.
So that's the security guard. It's a pawn, but he's still involved in it, and it still makes the machine work.
Yeah.
Like you see, like Robert Mugabe took all the white farmers' land off them. Do you agree with that?
Taking it back, yes. Because, well, if the story is clear from what I've heard, because I've never researched into it properly, I heard that, you know, the white people at the time sent all the black people up the mountains where there was no plantation, like they couldn't really survive
Forced
on
them
things.
off the good land.
Exactly. And then he's taking it back, yes. Taking it back, I believe, is correct. Obviously, afterwards, I've been hearing mad stuff and whatnot.
He hacked up like his political opponents, even if it wasn't like a white-black thing. It was like they just wanted to get into office. Like, say he's the Labour Party, say he's the Conservatives, and the Labour Party want to come in. He's like, bro, I'm not even going to let you run. Like, anyone supporting you is getting hacked up. And left them out there, like, just won't let their families even bury them. To this day, no one goes out.
Yeah, that's peak.
So that's, obviously, I'm not saying he's a hero or nothing. I'm just saying, do you agree with him taking the white farmers' land off them?
That act, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you don't think so?
No, I do.
Yeah.
I think my man should go to jail. I think, like, anyone that's made money off slavery should come back. Like, for instance, a lot of people don't even talk about this stuff, but Tate and Lyle is the sugar company that everyone has their sugar.
Yeah, it's mad. I
Research Tate and Lyle, bro.
Years ago, man.
And you know, you have like Tate Modern and that. Obviously, it's a bit different. Like, but I'm just saying, even that name to some people will trigger them now. But like,
so
Tate and Lyle was such a fucked up company. Like, what England did in like India, it's mad. Like the British like colony is like fucked. That's why I always say to people, I'm a Londoner. I'm not British. Like, I'm not proud to be British. I'm proud to be a Londoner. Because, brother, as soon as you associate yourself with that, that's kind of crazy.
Another story. Bro, you know what's going through my mind now, I'm trying to like proper imagine the scene of this guy. What's my man's name? The 93-year-old. But basically, I'm trying to Bruno Day. I'm just imagining him being in his yard. Cause he's 93 now, so he's already walking around with the stick, getting a little tea, and then he's hearing the knock. So he's saying, "Oh, come in," walking mad slow to get there. Papa opening the door. You know when you squint your eyes. "Sir, are you Bruno Day?" "Yes." "You're gonna have to go with us." Fam, do you know the neighbour's head must be mash up? Cause they're looking and they're thinking, "Raw, there's bare feds outside this guy's house, fam. What's going on, bruv?" And then Papa putting the arms around his back. Remember, he's gonna have to go like this, you know.
Because he's 93, you know they're not doing that.
But you know, there's a Jew there that works and he's thinking, bruv, you violate my people, the arms is going behind the back. 150%.
You're moving like the normal police are Mossad, bro. They're just normal feds, like, they're not Mossad. All I'm saying is, like, you know what he's probably is, do you think he's kept any souvenirs from them times? Like any trinkets, like little photos of him in the uniform or...
If he retired, yes.
But do you not think, like, everything that's happened since, he's probably thinking that's shameful. But he's probably one of those people, he's got the push button and it opens up and it's got all the trinkets.
He's gonna have not even selfie, like pictures outside camp with the work lads, everything. It's peak, man. It's peak. But that whole thing about you saying that they're going around different countries grabbing them, bro, that must be scary, fam. Serious.
Yeah, bro, they deserve to get grabbed. Like, if you do stuff, it's gonna come back to you. That's the moral of the story. But
flipping out, bruv.
Yeah, man. Shout out Niche.
She just messaged me as well, you know, funny enough.
Nah. Talking to the devil and she will appear.
Yeah, it's mad. Boy. What was I gonna talk to you about now?
It's early as well.
Have you seen the Kanye West thing?
Huh?
Have you seen the Kanye West thing? He's released a whole religious album.
Oh, it's religious?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder why he was bigging it up, because I know you like your little...
No, it was alright.
Didn't he go to his pastor and say that it's devil music? Like before, like...
He said he wanted to quit rapping because he thinks rap's the devil's music.
Oh, cool.
But the production on it's really weird, like, some of it sounds like it's been produced by like a 12-year-old and he stood like 10 feet away from the microphone, and then other of it he's like bare aggressive in it. But he's talking about, it's trying to be a religious album, he's talking about like good things in it, but then he's got like a couple of bars in even like the first track where he's like, even when I'm shouting at my chauffeur, it's because I'm trying to like get to the grace of God or something about that.
So he's trying to push his intentions out there when he's doing certain things.
He's looking at himself on a different platform to like everyone else.
That guy needs to humble himself, man.
100%.
You know what's nuts with him is that with his like mental health, like bare the stuff he's going through, yeah, like it's mad that like there's a lot of people that will sort of allow him and say, oh, you know, he suffers from mental health, he's got a lot going on, he takes medication, or he ain't been taking his medication, because there's a couple times that's happened.
Does he actually take medication? Is that
I think I hear Kim talk about it. Anyway, yeah, he does.
Right.
And
the
I
way
was
you
just
say Kim as well, like first name basis.
what should I say?
Miss Kardashian.
Me?
Oh, wet colour, man. Free him up, man.
the way you got, I heard like Kim talk about it, like you were in the office, like the kitchen and that.
Just text you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, Kim just told me that.
Kanye's going mad again.
Like he's not at home, like with the popcorn watching the Kardashians, proper excited for the goss. Like, free him up as well.
No, what's it called? Yeah, what I'm basically saying is that there's a thin line, and I think there's a lot of people that when he does mad stuff will excuse it and say, you know what, he's got a lot going on, which I understand. And there's some people that are like, listen, not every day he's allowed to, well, he doesn't even call the card himself anyway, but not every day we can make excuses for certain things. There's certain things where it's like, bro.
But you know what it is? He's at such a level that he has a network around him that enables that behaviour. Like with the Trump thing, someone could have just stunned him out and said, bruv, nah. Like whether it's his wifey or someone else in his family could have just said, bruv, you shouldn't do this, that's a bad move. But because he's at that level, kind of like we were saying about the whole MJ thing, when you get to a certain level, people can't really tell you something.
But you think people are not telling him?
I'm not saying, maybe they are, and he's
I
not
think
listening.
they are, man.
But then even Kim is going to the office, man.
She's
with
wet,
him.
man.
But what people are saying about that is that because she's getting wrongly incarcerated people out of
Yes,
prison.
she got
So
that girl
people are
out.
saying, fair enough, she's using her white privilege. Well, she's not white, but you know what I mean? She's
Yeah.
using her privilege, like, but then people are saying, why aren't you going, like, to neighbourhoods and stuff and starting there? You're spending
Listen,
their
you
money
can't
getting
do
people-
everything. We're not super I'm
We're
saying.
riding out for Kim, his best friend Kim. Like,
The reason I jumped in because it touched me with that comment, because there's a lot of people that do things, bro, and some people like to jump out and say, oh, you should be doing, brother, I'm just doing my part and that's it. I'm not doing everything.
you know what doesn't make sense to me is like, yeah, she is doing a good thing. I respect, like, she's trying to do a good thing using her privilege. But brother, your stepdad, like, getting off OJ, like,
that was his bedroom and he believed in him.
yeah, but come on.
No, he stopped in the end.
Yeah,
He never
at
tried
the
to,
end,
yeah.
but
I
initially
mean, he disassociated himself.
Initially, he believed in him, and then he stopped when he realized, nah. So,
I just think like it's a good thing she's doing. She probably could be.
oh wait,
doing a
you're
bit
talking about
more.
your step? Oh, you talk about Bruce.
Stepdad, no?
No, her
Bruce was
actual
a stepdad.
dad,
Yeah,
Kim
that's the
Kardashian.
actual dad.
I don't
yeah.
watch Kardashians as
Stepdad
much
is
as you, so I
Kate
don't know
Gay.
these things. Like.
You trying to joke me?
But like whatever, I just think it undermines it a touch. That's all. Like it's a good thing she's doing. She's trying. I don't know that too like that much. I know she's getting free like innocent people out.
Bro, she got that little girl out, fam.
No, sick and like.
Or got her the best
If
lawyers.
she's going to President Trump and I don't even know, were they involved with the ASAP Rocky thing? They went and asked Trump. Yeah.
I think Kanye did. Yes, I think so.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Seeing the president tweeting about stuff like that.
But the thing is, like, I'm not even a hater, yeah, but my man, every country he goes to, he's getting himself in troubles.
Yeah.
Comes to London, coming to Brick Lane Bagels.
Yeah.
Nearly
who came
my
Brick
boy
Lane
nearly
Bagels?
slapped him up.
Yeah, he got told to
Oh, you talking about
suck his
ASAP
mouth.
Rocky?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you talking about
And then you're
Donald
going.
Trump. I was
The
thinking,
thing is,
oh.
those kids in Sweden, they look like idiots, like they're just being stupid. But why is it always him?
You got to understand, if you're that famous, people are going to have cameras on you all the time.
But it's
Any
like-
little thing you do.
Why is
What-
no one
what
else
did he-
getting the amount of problems he's getting though?
What did he do? Just back his security guard or something?
He
No.
punched a kid up
Yeah, but why though? There was a
because the
reason
kids were
why.
hassling him all day. Like, I'm not condoning them; they're idiots. Like, they were hassling him. I think like calling him mad names, and then I think they tried to attack him or something, or like jump on him, and he's just cutting it. He just flipped. I understand that, but I'm just saying, better other artists just drive straight, but it's like he has to walk around and
Yeah, he's trying to take in the culture, man.
But why is not other artists getting these problems that he's getting? You seen the bagel video?
Yeah.
Why? You see what I'm saying? There's a connection, like.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, one of my friends had met him, and he was just like, yeah, my man was just cool and chilled. But obviously, maybe that was because they were in the club itself, so it's different because you're not going to do that much interaction anyway. So outside is the next thing. No, but in terms of
Kim K and that.
yeah, no, not even that. Kanye and that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know for him, but. When you're creative, I guess a lot of the times you can excuse certain things as well and just be like, oh, I'm a creative and I think differently and...
I think going to Trump has gone past that.
He had some...
But I saw Trump done a little pat on the back as well when they were walking like... Proper move that he was the yam butt, man. I was thinking, Kanye, you're wet, man. How you let him do on your back? So wet, man.
They're using each other and it's all transparent, but it's like... I just think whether he has mental health problems or not, or what other issues are surrounding it, for me, the Trump thing was like a red, like that was just a red flag. Like I'm done. Like, I don't listen to your music.
Yeah, it's too much, man.
Even the slavery comments where he said slavery was a choice.
Yeah. That's why
Marker
that guy
knows. Nothing's getting past him.
That's why that guy moved him in.
On the TMZ thing.
Yeah, he moved him quick, man. His head was mashed up. You see his face.
He pulled him up. Bruv, that whole interview looks like he's having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
The way he's like going around the room like touching people.
But that's what
like,
fame will
shouting.
do to people, you know.
Yeah. He told this new album that he made, because he wanted it to be like proper religious. He told everyone that was working on it that they couldn't have sex outside of marriage if they wanted to work on the album with him. He banned it. Is it premarital sex?
Yeah.
Banned it. He said if you're working on this album, you can't do that.
But you know what's dumb about that is they could just do the album, get the peas, and then do a madness.
His head is mash up, brother. He's moving like he's God.
That's what I'm saying.
Each of their own.
I think he
man.
said he is God.
He's got a song called No, he's got a tune called I Am a God.
That's not the same. So.
Yeah,
It's not,
that's different.
That's a bit
I'm not.
different,
I'm not
man.
rating
It's the
it,
same.
but I know they will try and say, "Oh, like you know, God is in me," and whatever their excuse is. But saying I am,
It's a bold statement to put on a track, though.
Yeah.
But it's different. But it's like that's a bit. It's a bit too much.
that's too much, man.
That's why he said, even though I'm a man of God, in the next line.
Yeah, so he's
In that song.
making it clear then that he's just talking about like man of God.
Have you seen the video that was online on Twitter last week where Kim's like getting ready to go out or something and he's saying like, no, you're like my wife and I'm going on this new spiritual journey and I don't want you to show as much skin.
He's trying to be like he's a
But
brother.
for the last like 5 years he's been her stylist and he's put her in all the clothes that she's worn for the last 5 years and now he's saying she doesn't. What do you think of that?
Well, that sounds about right then. If he's a stylist and he's continuing the styling, isn't it?
Was that the Met Gala one? With the corset?
Yeah, he chose all of that stuff for her and now he's saying no, he's showing because he's done this new album.
But
saying,
forget
no,
all
I
of that.
don't show skin
Yeah.
now.
How did Kim get famous? A sex tape.
Really?
Yeah, exactly, but he
And he
knew
knew that when he wifed her.
course.
So how is he trying to rein it in
He
now?
says it,
Yeah,
he
but-
says he likes the video. That's crazy.
But
So he can't talk about.
but I'm not. Listen, what we have to remember as well is that people can change.
Of course,
at
but
different-
if she still wants to wear something.
Exactly, yeah. Then he's got to make a decision what he wants to do. He can't really be like, oh, you got to be what I'm on. But yeah, that's just mad, man. You know what? I give it to Kim, you know, because my man has been moving mad for a long while, and she's still been with him, bro. You see, if that was me, if I was with a girl, brother, like, obviously loyal, try and help out, but when you're like disrupting like the whole structure
It's too much.
in terms of support, it's just too much.
Free her up as well if she wants to wear what she wants. But
What are you saying for Brexit? Bruv, do you know why I have to bring it up, brother? Because you see me, I proper don't care about Brexit, but bro, everywhere I'm going, you see the way people's getting shook about October, is it October the 31st?
Yeah.
it's meant to
They're
be.
proper
It's
trying to
probably
do
gonna
it on
get delayed.
Halloween.
It's probably
Yeah, but the way everybody keeps talking about it now, I'm thinking, fam, like, I wasn't shook about this, but you know are trying to spread this fear, fam. Like, this is mad, fam. Like, can't you just focus on your own grind and do
Did
what
you
you gotta
vote?
do?
And then you can't talk about it.
What do you mean I can't talk about
You
it?
want to talk about Brexit?
I just want to know your thoughts.
So you want to talk about Brexit?
Not like that, because I'm still gonna do what I'm
But
doing.
you
like
didn't
anyway.
vote.
No.
So you see when we leave the EU, yeah, I can get onto you, bro. Because I voted Remain, innit? So he's one of those people that's like low key, like sketchy, like yeah, let's get out of the EU, but he doesn't vote for it. So.
You know, in the beginning, I was bare confused. Like, bruv, what does this mean for people that are coming to the country or been here for a while and they haven't sorted out their state yet? Does it affect them and all these? Bro,
if you had voted, what would you vote for? Leave.
You know what I mean?
Leave.
You're wet, man. You're trying to. You know, my head was smashed up for like once again. Like, bro, man, leave. It's all.
Would anyone here voted leave? Or
I
anyone?
voted Remain.
You sure?
I voted Remain. Everyone in my town voted leave though. Almost everybody in my
Yeah, because you're out of London. Yeah.
But where do you live?
like Gloucestershire countrysides.
Fuck Gloucestershire, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Racist.
saying.
That's the undertone racist, yeah, that say like, hey, they're the ones that like, oh, I know a black person or any of that shit, bro. Fuck Gloucestershire, bro. That's, yeah.
They're gonna be
Did
on
you-
to
did
you.
you
now.
vote?
I just think,
You vote me up. Any reason why? My reason is just because I don't.
don't say you don't care because you're talking about it now.
No, not I don't care about what happens to people. I just, when it comes to voting, bro, I just like, I don't care about the system in that way, fam.
Not about how it's gonna affect people, you know. And
I am sorry for how it affects people, and I guess that's me contradicting myself because I should be helping those, but I don't know, man. Ask Okada why he didn't vote as well. I'd love to know as well, man.
I seen him the other day. I should have.
Is it?
I didn't know he didn't vote, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it, in terms of leave to remain, I don't know, but generally when it comes to like prime ministers,
I bet he voted for Brexit still. That's a bit different.
What was you gonna say?
What did you
I asked you the question.
Did
How
I
come you
vote?
didn't?
Oh. Don't know. I don't really think I know enough about politics to really have a
likewise.
strong opinion.
Likewise, I'm definitely the same, man. Like I don't know what's going on, bro. Like even with the general elections, I know what's going on now, but in the beginning, I was like, I'm just hearing loads of noise. Vote now. Vote. I'm thinking, bro, vote about what? This is all mad, fam. Like everybody's got their own way how they're gonna steer things. It's the same as general elections. Like Jeremy Corbyn, I know a lot of people bigged him up, but my man worked brain and Papa brought the whole the grime culture, everything behind him and that. Papa got his social media team, everything to push like the young people behind him. I don't know if he's say or not, fam.
I hear that, but the only thing I'd say is you see you lot are saying you don't really know on that. I understand where you're coming from because I think politics everyone's so sick of Brexit. Even when you said it, bro, I'm just like, everyone's so sick of politics in general in this country that I think a lot of the youth are apathetic towards it. They don't want to get involved. But the only thing I'd say about it is, bruv, say we leave Brexit on the 31st. I don't think we will, but say we like Brexit happens, we leave the EU, yeah. Say what they forecast happens, which is a shortage of food, like mad issues, yeah. Like, bruv, you're going to Sainsbury's, there's no food. It's affecting.
But that ain't gonna happen.
No. But I'm just saying that's what they're forecasting. That's why people you don't know that people are stocking up on food now. People like food banks and stuff are empty. Like people are stocking up their yard with food.
They're shook, but no, it's not gonna be.
So
that
what I'm saying
deep,
is,
man.
if something does happen like that, I'm not saying to that drastic lengths, but something happens which it will then affect you. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, if we'd remained, it wouldn't have affected you.
Oh, but you mean in the sense of because everybody's so parallel, so because everything's getting taken now, then it's mashing up me.
Basically, yeah, because we don't have trade deals in place. Certain foods and stuff like the UK, I think it imports like 80% of its fruit and veg or something like that, or fruit maybe just fruit. But like, say there is a shortage on food, bro. It's just so unneeded, man. And it's, you know what it is with Brexit that pisses me off, yeah. And I know it divides opinion and it pisses people off, like for whatever reason. But for me, it's the fact that people, especially like I think in London, it's so multicultural that most people voted Remain. Basically, like from the stats I've seen. Whereas out of London, like certain areas, it's just very narrow-minded and they basically watch, I don't know, BBC and they read the Daily Mail and they just get brainwashed to the point where they're like, oh man, immigrants are taking our jobs and immigrants are getting handouts and all this nonsense. And they vote leave because they think, yeah, let's get Britain great again and all this crap, and it's nonsense, bruv. Like, it doesn't, in actual reality, you're hurting yourself, you're shooting yourself in the foot because now we're going to have a food shortage because of your stupidness. Like, I'm not saying the EU was perfect. I know there were certain issues, but bruv, even look at like when we were part of Europe, with the law and everything, you know, like you had the European Court of Human Rights.
Yeah.
And especially with bare prisoners and stuff, you'd go to that court to overturn British decisions.
Exactly.
So you see, when we leave the EU, all those laws are going to come back.
That's peak. That's peak.
But that's another reason to vote.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. This is the stuff that I was learning after, you know, like especially friends that, again, going back to that immigration sort of issues and whatnot, like those people breaking it down to me, like, bro, like it's gonna F a lot of us up, you know. So, but all of that, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Obviously, I hope we remain, but to be honest with you, with the mentality.
Everyone's voted leave.
Well, sorry, I hope it's going to be the less of evil in terms of the deal. Whatever the deal is.
There's going to be no deal.
What do you mean no deal, my brother? Oh, just cut out, that's it.
Yeah, that's that's what everyone's talking about for the last year. There's going to be no deal because the EU's giving us a deal. We're saying we don't want that deal. We want a better deal. Trying to haggle.
And they're saying, bro, it's
they're saying that's the deal. So what's going to happen is, and so then that's why Boris Johnson.
Don't let my man be on the team.
It jars me, bro, because really and truly, like, we're in a state of panic where fuck all the Tories, but Theresa May couldn't get the deal through because her deal was dead as well. So no one backed it. Yeah, it divides everyone. Like, it divides everyone in the whole of the UK to the point where we can't get a deal made. So what's gonna happen is when we do leave Europe, we're gonna have no deal in place, no trade deal, and it's basically gonna be effed up, and that's why we're gonna have the food shortages. It's like, in short, that's because basically we can't agree on things. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, democracy, we had the vote, leave it at that. If we had a second vote, a referendum for the whole of the UK, whether we should stay in Europe, it would pass, we'd remain. Because so many people have come on TV, you know, and say, oh, I voted leave, but I didn't really know what I was voting for. And you're an idiot, bro. But it's better not to vote if you don't know what you're voting for.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying people shouldn't vote, but like, bare people have actually come out on live TV and said, bro, I would remain now, because now I've read up all this stuff. What happened is, like, with Cambridge Analytica, you read about all that.
Those are the research people.
Yeah. So they manipulated Facebook adverts.
They're cold.
And that's part of Brexit.
I don't rate what they done, but the strategy behind it. I was talking about this earlier on this week. There's a thingy on it, documentary, when they hack us, or
The Great Hack.
The Great Hack, sorry.
So like, basically with Cambridge Analytica, the way they manipulated data, got everyone's Facebook, did ads to like certain areas to mash up people's heads. You had the whole thing about, oh, when we leave the EU we're going to save like this many £1 billion a year and all this crap, and it was all nonsense. It was all manipulated figures. It wasn't held to be true, and that's why then people voted.
You know, they're in court now, brother.
Yeah,
they had this.
Ban them off as well. Put them with the, what's his name?
What's his? Do you know he's trying to put them with?
Bruno.
Man, that Bruins.
Yeah, put them all.
Bruins that was making the tea though. They opened the door. Ooh.
He's throwing
in the same cell.
Fantasizing about that.
Padded up.
Yeah, put them all in the cell. I don't care, man.
It's mad still, man. It's peak still. Apparently, that same team was behind the Donald Trump stuff as well.
Yeah.
They're on smoke, man.
That's like the real Babylon.
They might need to help me with my own brand and that clothing brand to manipulate. I like and the music, everything, man.
I've got peas.
Who?
You.
No, but little
but then volunteer.
Only checking. Oh, like my man in there still. How that come man like what? Is my man in there?
Yeah, but they're like white businessmen. They're not going to prison. No. You know who we should be talking about is Did you hear about the guy in the US that was done for paedophilia? And he was still friends with Prince Andrew.
Who's Prince Andrew?
You hear about
man's
it's mad.
Is Prince Andrew the tall guy? Is he tall?
Eckstein or something?
Yeah.
Basically, what happened is this, like, do your research. There's more official
Epstein.
account. Yeah, Epstein.
Okay, yeah.
One is big don in the US, like very like high political contacts. Yeah. Got found out
like Trump's and that's people, like
bare people all over the US. Yeah, he got found to be like basically a paedophile, innit? Like he was having
island.
He had his own island. He was getting underage girls coming over on boats to the island, abusing them with friends, like in high places. But he's clever. He wrote it all down in a book. So he had a notebook with all the names of the people involved with the underage kids.
But make sure if I'm going down, you're going with me.
Yeah.
Oh!
He's bringing everyone.
Brother!
He's bringing, like, read this thing.
You seeing that?
Prince Andrew.
Read it out loud.
Prince Andrew. So this is what he's saying. Had orgy with
Paedophile
paedophile Jeffrey
Epstein
Epstein and 9 girls.
But what I'm saying is that might not be true.
Caribbean mansion.
But what is true is there's a video of Prince Andrew after this guy's been convicted as a paedophile coming out of the guy's house, and the guy's opening the door looking sketchy for the camera. When you see the
they've
video,
even
it's like-
shown, I think this girl was part of it. Well,
Yeah.
not, well, she was a little girl.
But
but
what happened?
Donald Trump used to go to their parties. Andrew, Trump, and
and what do you think? What do you think
Epstein,
happened to him?
Who? The Donny, Prince Andrew.
No. Prince Andrew's
He's done.
royalty. He's
The
calm.
brother in jail.
Yeah, he's bedroom.
The guy in jail.
Yeah. What do you think happened to Epstein?
What happened?
Killed himself in a cell.
Got done off. Just as he was about to apparently reveal.
He was gonna
People
snitch
in
on
the royal
everyone.
Family, everything, like all of these famous
Some
people,
big boys.
big people that had
Some
slept
big
with
boys.
children.
And he got done off.
Conveniently died.
Killed himself, innit?
Because Prince Andrew is Prince Charles's brother.
He's big.
It would have.
And there's the video of him coming out of the house after he's been convicted of being paedophile. The first time. I think it was like twice, innit?
Yeah, it's that deep.
Don't fuck with people in high places, bro.
Are
Because
you
they'll
not?
get you
Are you
anywhere,
not?
bro.
Do you know what year we're in?
And this guy's a billionaire.
What-
you know?
what year
and
we
he
in,
still
brother?
got done off like that.
2019.
Yeah,
What?
Bro,
Loads of money.
2019, and you're still running the show like that, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That
My
is-
man got let off easy, bro. They come to his house with the handcuffs. Should have bun him off, like.
They waited till he was in a cell, innit?
I think I think like the govs come, they said, oh, what's Donny's name? What's his name?
Epstein.
Epstein. Yeah, Epstein. So if you go in cell 22, here's your toiletries and stuff for the day, and then you'll get your canteen by the end of the week. Social be at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Exercise in the morning. Okay. How old is he?
He's a big man.
What, like 60 and that?
Yeah.
50s.
Oh, it's peak. So yeah, Papa open the door, exercise. You know when the girls will put exercise, Papa
And then there's the big boy behind the
You know there was a broken camera in it.
I never even knew that. This is.
Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means?
But his book's still out there. He has all the names written down apparently in this book.
Brother,
But
you
this
see,
is a rumor though, right? The book.
But obviously if it was there innit? It'd be printed.
bro, you see whoever's got that book?
That's mad.
Yeah.
Well,
Calling up Trump saying,
tell you
brother,
what happened in the
like-
cell. Let me tell you what happened in the cell. Look, so my man's in the cell. Remember, the girls just walked past. Exercise. Walked past. Left the door open. That big guy he was talking about. You know who they probably got? Someone
Big
as
Jeff.
big as you know, Purple Aki. Do you
Uh,
know about Purple Aki? Remember I showed you the big black guy that squeezes man's muscles. Remember I showed you the documentary. You know about him, Dennis, innit?
No.
Brother. Anyway.
you don't know about Purple Aki?
No, I'm saying he doesn't.
You don't know about Purple Aki?
He's proper checking now.
He'll grips up your muscles, like you don't care.
So I think they
You'll
got
find
someone
your
big
bus
like him. You know when the gov is sitting like behind the camera thing, yeah? Papa just looking, he seen Papa Aki doing the walk to the cell. Let's turn off that thing, brother. That's it.
Now you gotta do the eyes. You see Purple Aki's got the eyes.
Yeah, so the way they will open the door, remember my man slowly getting up, putting his slippers, everything, getting the sugar.
My man's probably
Papa
setting
Aki
the
pop
scene.
open the
Like.
door. Fam! Remember Papa Aki's big, you know?
Big.
You think he necked him?
No, because they made it look like a suicide.
Yeah, just like towel around the neck. Or
Ooh! Brother, I think he went behind him.
First he felt the muscles.
one strong move and he's just like squeezing.
But that's his
biceps,
thing. You know about Papa Aki, innit?
Yeah.
He got away with murder because this guy was so scared of him. He basically
That was
saw.
a murder
He
technically
ran
though.
onto train
Come
tracks.
on, bro.
It was,
And yeah, it was
Swear
because
it's
of him.
manslaughter. It's-
swear is manslaughter. He chased him off
Yeah,
the
maybe
tracks, innit?
manslaughter.
The guy was so scared of him. When he see Papa Aki on road, he run. Papa Aki chased him and he ran onto the train tracks and he got hit
Yeah.
by a train.
Peak, bro.
And he got away with murder. He
Yeah,
bust
yeah,
case.
he busted.
And he's still living today. He's still
Brother,
chilling.
If you, the people in the town, they talk like he's Loch Ness monster. Like,
Fam.
we heard that night he comes on this road.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
It's proper,
documentary.
bro. When you see his face, when it starts,
He'll
you know.
mash up Spitman, you know. He'll mash up
Oh
Spitman, bruv. Like, Spitman's on this coming to kids thing. Papa Aki will come to your dad, bruv. and he'll feel his muscles up, you know.
And he
maybe
come
got
from
orders to say
behind.
he got an order to stop touching muscles in like Liverpool town centre or something. Like
Only one
It
area.
was you.
Like,
you
got
just-
banned
You can't
from one
touch
area.
or measure muscles.
Yeah, measure muscles.
That's his restraining order. You can't
In
touch
Liverpool?
or measure. He's been all over.
Yeah.
No,
Is
but
it
the ban
free
is
for
in
the
him?
ban, I
Liverpool.
think, was in Merseyside or somewhere.
So
like.
what about if he tries to come like London, fam?
Yeah, he'll do that, bro. He'll pattern you, bro.
He'll wet fam.
Well, you don't really think you have purple Aki?
Well, I'll mute him. I'll mute him.
What, purple Aki with the eyes? Bro, you see how he wears the cap? And he
doesn't.
yeah, he comes up.
He's like 6
Man,
foot
the
7.
boggly eyes, bruv.
Big
When you
eye.
see that night, bare white, bruv. Nah, you're done, bruv.
I'll be
I'm even like
fine.
he's
Do you
animated.
think Purple Aki will pattern him?
Yeah. He's
He didn't even think about it. He's just like, yeah, bruv, you're done, bruv. Well, you haven't seen the documentary, innit? You have.
It's scary when it starts and it says "Da-da-da-da, Purple Aki," and you know when it makes the noise like boom or whatever, and his eyes is just like the mud
I
shot
heard he
is
moved to South
mad.
London, you know. At the end of the I looked up. I said, Google, yeah, what's Purple Aki doing now? Because he's banned from Liverpool.
You're jamming it, innit?
Cool. Just Google it later if you don't believe me, innit?
What?
Are you watching it?
Nah. I was looking at Zardos.
But
You know about him, innit?
He showed me one time.
Do you think he'd pattern Olu?
Nah.
Bro, I mean, it's riding out for you.
That's
After
what
all
I'm saying.
after all that
It's
stress
brother.
you're giving me, still riding out for you, like.
Yeah, he doesn't say that, bro, man. Raw, someone put Purple Aki's back. The sun.
What year?
What's that?
Oh, 19, fam.
Okay. Is this what? Is a Reddit post or something?
No,
it's in
Daily
the Sun.
Star.
It's in the Sun.
So yeah, Daily Star, not the Sun.
Oh.
Wow.
He touched on this year. Yeah, Manchester.
Oh, in London?
Manchester.
Oh, Manchester.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, if you're in Manchester, cut, it's done, it's cancelled, like, it's Purple Aki's territory now. I feel like they should just give him an
Oh,
island.
the band's lifted.
They should give him an island, yeah, and send nonsense there, bro.
Wait, but bro,
Yes.
going back to what's his name, Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeez, you got him on standby like the name. Like,
Nah, because I'm.
It's a big thing. It's a big conspiracy
Bro,
right now.
Are you not preen? He's got his own island, fam.
Yeah, it's mad.
But he's not. He's beyond rich. Like he's one of those Donnies that pays to be off the rich list. Kind of like is that rich? Like
He touches circles we couldn't even imagine.
yeah.
Like
It's,
if he's like pally with Trump on a normal thing, imagine who like his big friends are. I don't. Yeah.
when you get in debt with his big friends, they send Purple Aki to your yacht straight.
Imagine when they're just
Contract.
like all eating, having dinner, and then you know, like the window, when
window,
it's
yeah.
people walking past and they see the shadow. Ooh!
There's just that soft knock on the door.
You know what got me in the documentary is when he's wearing like the big tracksuit, like
Yeah.
what's it, like polyester or whatever.
Yeah. It's nylon, I think it was. Yeah.
When he's running in that.
He's a big guy.
He's big. He's big.
Big
He's
guy.
big. He's big. He's big.
Big.
You know he goes gym to train and just look at other man as
How
well.
do you think? Oh, yeah. But
He
one
got
of the
banned from
guys in the
bare gyms,
documentary
bare
was family. You know,
gyms.
it was like, oh yeah, he just came up to me and then like he just squeezed my arm, and I was thinking, bruv, like, this is mad, fam. Like, why is everybody just like, you know? Actually, that's a different. I can't even accuse people for allowing it to happen, but yeah, it's
Nah, you can't. But what do you do?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you just mash him up, but obviously it's all
You'd
about
let him do it.
reflex.
Like you'd have to let him.
Brother, that guy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
But everyone has to start training, yeah, just in case they see Purple Aki. If you were moving to Manchester, would you start training harder, like?
What, to get your muscles stronger?
No.
That's gonna mash up his head more. That's actually gonna mash up
that's
his
what
head
he
more.
wants. Like,
So you're better off having no muscle.
no, not training not training to look big, to fight.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
better
that's a
off
byproduct.
not having
No,
no muscle.
no. You can have smaller muscle but stronger.
Yeah, so it's gonna feel raw, like it's proper like toned.
Wrong man said
Toned is not a joke, you know. Because that means when you're just writing something on a piece of paper and it's like bare like
What would be your? You see
his head is getting mad.
You see how he comes at night? Like, you see how he's always coming out of bushes and stuff, like, where people say, oh, he just appeared next to me and that. What's your defence against him? Like, when he, like, say you're waiting for the bus or something and you see one youth said, oh, brother, literally no one was in the area. I looked to my left and he's just there. How do you defend against it?
What would I do, you're asking?
Yeah. Like, no one's around, he just shows up. It's like he's spiritual, like.
Ooh. And
He is! Some of his victims described him as that. Like, it was an aura, like, followed them, like, negative energy. Like.
You see, if I see his mouth open, or even, because imagine if we're sitting on the bench, so I'm you, and he does this. The minute I see the arm move past this knee, bro, it's peak.
No, he doesn't touch you. He tells you, bro, I'm gonna measure you. He had the measure in it. Like.
Yeah. Like,
he tells
slowly
them.
unrolls the like little measuring tape to like put it around your bicep.
So if he's going up to me saying, I'm gonna
Jeez.
measure you.
How would you defend against that?
He's not measuring me. He's not measuring me.
Big. The eyes. With the eyes, bro. You gotta remember, like, he's like, if you're there, yeah, he's like up here, and he's like looking up.
That's scary
mad,
still.
that's
That's
mad.
actually scary.
Yeah, bro.
With you bare height.
Yeah, bro. And his bare kids, and he's like,
I'm already looking up like raw.
with the boggly eyes up.
I'm jumping up straight away, bro, man. I'm
He
not
chased
giving
you,
up.
bro. He chased bare man down the road, like.
Yeah.
It's not a joke, bro. It's not a joke, like.
You gotta give.
Don't
it
fuck with Purple Aki, bro. He's doing bits.
Yeah, that's mad though, bro.
Just gotta blow out, fam.
Yeah.
I know people like Harvey Weinstein and that are just probably thinking this Jeffrey guy's just taking off the heat off, man. Now, man.
Well, you know what's mad is that.
All involved.
So what about the Prince? What were you saying for my man now? What is he going in the camp with man at Bruins?
Nah, as soon as you're a prince, you got like immunity, no?
No, but if you like could pattern him, what are you saying? He's going with Bruins.
Oh yeah, they're all done off, bro. They're all forget the cell, bro. They go to the island with Purple Aki, line. He'll sort them out.
Prince with Purple Aki.
Yeah, bro. You're a nonce. Like, all nonsense can burn in hell, bro. Like,
Bro, that
literally.
book, if that book exists,
Just peak.
my man used his brain from early. What do you think made them think like that fast from the get-go, fam? Because that's mad.
Because, bro, when you're fucking with certain people, like high up people, you know, bro, like they will done your, like they just cut you out of the whole situation. You need to have like a plan B.
Safety measures.
He was gonna Takeshi 6ix9ine them.
And touch road.
You know that as well because of that series you keep telling them to watch. Then people in
Billions. Oh god, that series is too beautiful. But yeah, it's true.
You gotta have
man.
a plan B, and like, yeah, man. He just said, bruv, if anyone comes for me, I'm dropping the book. Like. But he wasn't clever enough, because if, let's just say the book exists, yeah, I like to believe these things. Let's say he should have really had it set up with a lawyer, and then, bro, if anything happens to him, that goes to the press. Their copies.
Instant.
But he didn't, so like, it's just a bit, if he did have the book, he kind of didn't pattern it like that. Who knows though, maybe someone else has it, and they're just waiting in the
they're working
wings.
on
They're
that
waiting
now,
that they're
right now.
haggling the situation.
So how did he get bagged now? That's what I need to know.
I don't actually know, you know. It just came out that he's been bagged.
I think one of the girls went to feds.
Oh, is it? They escaped the island. That's
I'm not even gonna laugh
I
about
think
that.
that's what
Wait,
happened.
wait. Hold on,
He had sex slaves.
hold
He had an
on.
island.
Hold on. My head is fried. You're telling me after the act, they still stay there, fam?
Yeah, like he had a...
No, it's not like they stayed there. They held him, bruv. If you don't have a boat, you don't come off the island.
Yeah. So he's basically kidnapped them.
Yeah, he's got peas.
So what? Have they gone to the island to try and rescue everybody else, fam?
I don't know. I guess everybody's gone
No,
now.
Purple
Like,
Aki
yeah.
took the island.
No, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. Because if that's true,
No, it's fact.
the
It
press
probably is
is
an actual
going
fact.
there. They're going there. The police, everything,
no,
and they're gonna
everything's-
record
yeah.
taking the
How are the
people on
press
the
gonna
boat.
go to the island?
Press will come. Feds will pattern that, brother. They'll say, "You man, roll, man, jump on the boat with us." Because fam,
Nah, it's bigger than that, man.
bro,
way bigger
you're
than that.
telling me there was basically hostages, yeah, on the island,
There was.
and they're all there.
Yeah, but it's
They're not there anymore,
It's
bro.
not like they're tied up in cells. Like
Nah.
they're drinking
There's-
fucking cocktails. They're on
Yeah.
the beach.
The hostages.
Yeah.
Oh, because they've been
Hostages,
manipulated.
yeah.
It's like the fire.
Oh,
It's like the fire festival
fam.
island. It's that kind of size, I think.
Yeah. It's the same sort of thing with Michael Jackson buying kids toys and all this, that. He's nicing them up, making them feel comfortable. Everyone's settling down.
from far.
You know what I'm saying?
We can touch on it again, innit? Obviously, I know my views. Like, nah, on a serious one, what happened is like Marcus saying, bro, they were having cocktails, they were living nice out there, but obviously my man was grooming kids, basically. Like, I think they were like, some of them were like 15, 14, 13.
So